Dan, you like my background?
Oh no.
That one's autographed. That one's autographed.
What, the stool? No, not the stool.
Not the stool.
What is that thing?
It's a lamp.
Oh, it's a lamp. Okay, it looks like the
What is
top
that
of a,
weird thing behind you?
it looked like a top of a very small like chair.
It's a very fancy Pringles dispenser.
Let's see. And are they both Betty Page?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't tell. The other one looked like he had like scratched off his face. Ah, there you go. Oh, it's an animated Betty Page.
I was looking for colored films. We had just done Zontar, and I loved that it was our first full-length feature in color, and I really wanted another color film. So I'm going through all these archives looking for colored films to do, and this one was in this stack, and I was like...
So, what community theater production set of The Odd Couple do you think they rented to film this?
But I sent it to them as a joke, and I'm like, hey guys, look at our next film. And then I went forward and kept looking for what we were really going to do.
This movie reminds me of the time I was stuck on a broken down train in Tennessee for 3 days.
Because it's mind-numbing?
No, because of those curtains.
And they just lobbied and screamed at me for like 2 days. No, this is it. This is the one we have to do.
This is how I got arrested in a Burger King once.
I see you.
There you are.
I see more of you than I wanted to.
I just bumped into the back wall. Should we do that again? Nope, just keep going.
The fact that, like, I remember asking you, well, do you have, you're like, I've got the dresses, Jeff, I'm fine. We'll just
Hey guys. I just wanted to get your opinion on some of these real quick.
Like, I saw the scene and I was like, I still have most of those dresses.
Nice.
So Pete, do you have this outfit in storage?
Not anymore.
I love that it was Wyatt too. That's like, you should probably get some female friends.
I'm just suggesting that you find some female friends.
But when I was watching it, I felt like there was another layer to that. Like, to me, it felt like this had happened before and something went really badly wrong, and everybody's like, not the dresses again, oh God, run for cover. Like, it seemed like there was more to it. Like,
If she starts to ask why we're so serious, I'm leaving.
Yeah, everyone else had, you're right, everyone else had a very dramatic, like, oh God, like, pure panic. And I was like, what did I do to deserve this pure panic?
And the other live action thing that I had forgotten was the slapping Wyatt, which, by the way, those sounds were in post.
You guys didn't tell me there were actual girls here. I should have seen that coming.
I should have seen that coming, and then smack!
That one was a little bit more surprising.
That one was more surprising. He still just takes it, but he's just analyzing it. Like,
Yeah.
When it comes time to clean out my grandmother's house, I'm throwing away everything.
What I also forgot about the live action was Becky coming in. Like, I forgot that she was there. And then I was like, oh, of course you're the eccentric dance teacher.
Now, imagine yourself as a blank canvas, and the colors of your life force are splashed onto that canvas.
But her character was great in the movie because she was the one that was into it. She's like,
and then I'll pray, and then I'll wash myself in the river.
This also has one of my favorite Pete lines ever is,
Can we get some ice cream on the way? Yeah! I like the kind that looks like Richard Nixon.
Yes.
like, I had so much fun writing that. I was laughing so hard when I wrote that.
Peekaboo.
But
I remember writing for this.
Juliet and Dan and Eli and Dylan and I all met in Santa Cruz and wrote for the Minnesota State Fair show.
Oh, Minnesota State Fair. Yes.
Which is why they're part of the writing team.
This is State Fair time, Minnesota State Fair time, and the high point of the year for most of it.
Aw, that's so sad.
Folks are
What was the Bratz thing at the beginning?
Oh, so whenever you see a commercial in Rabbit Ears, it means something has gone really wrong.
Dim the light. It's time for majesty.
So in this one, I can tell you, I'm sitting on the couch, and the next line is me standing at the door when Wyatt walks in.
Hi, guys.
So, and then in the third season, starting with the third season, we had consuming women, as Juliet knows well.
But it's a choking hazard, little Johnny. So this lollipop is all for Mommy now. Suck on that.
We had that. I recorded all the actors for every single joke so that no matter what screwed up and who was on stage and what was going on, we could use it as a filler.
Oh crap,
Oh, crap.
She's
She's
smothered
smothering
us.
us. Oh, crap. She's smothering us.
Oh no, she
Crap,
smothered
she
us.
smothered us.
And then we never needed one again.
She just doesn't belong in this movie. Poor Betty.
Makes
So
sense.
how did you, how was it, how'd you like the going to the fair?
The restaurants,
It's hard
the
to
creameries, the Home Depot.
The day is filled with excitement.
So,
Get me
Yeah.
a ticket for that iron talk.
that's right.
And here's a point to remember.
4.
I love the reference for your mine, the throwback for the Seagulls, but for a mine.
Mining and metallurgy.
Mine.
And more
Mine,
millions
mine,
of dollars for
mine.
experimentation and new processing plants.
But yes, it was like you forget, it just kind of naturally goes into this commercial for iron, but you forget that, wait a minute, they're at the fair. Like,
Is already becoming a manufacturing business.
Daddy,
Because a whole
I
lot of
want
the
some
ore
ice
has to be
cream.
processed.
if it wasn't for us talking about it, it's like they're completely forgetting where they are, and that it's really crappy that they're holding all these people hostages.
Here, Mr. Williams, we're going to take the children over to the Midway for a while.
Thank heavens I got
The
away.
mining
I
companies
never
used
thought
only
I would.
high-grade ore. There wouldn't be any great future in Minnesota iron mining.
It
So
just happens to have
we
this
have
whole
to talk
zoo.
about iron.
Yeah. And I kept on waiting for him to pitch for the money.
Provide a tailor-made supply of ore the steelmakers need.
Dad, I want to go back
We
to
can
the
ensure
fair.
the future of
We're
iron
all
ore
in this
mining
together,
in Minnesota.
Billy.
You're not making this sound like a good investment. it's like
The shovels were beginning to scrape bottom. And before long, the word spread fast that the digging was running out.
And that we've reached
Great
the other side
deposits
of the
good
earth.
iron ore in Minnesota were fading away.
I love how at the beginning we're into the fair, like we're making fun of it. But we're like, okay, let's make fun of this fair, and then just spins off into this dude.
Exactly. And in addition to those, there's the
Is this what the
taconite,
fair is?
a
I
hard
want funnel cake.
iron-bearing rock found in great abundance in Minnesota.
We never went back to the fair again.
Well, that was my favorite joke of that, was like when there's the, it goes to a neighborhood shot and the kid's like,
Tree-lined avenues.
I'm looking for my dad. He walked into the
Smiling,
cafeteria
happy
at the state fair and hasn't been seen
The
since.
people in the
yeah,
sorry, kid, your dad's gone.
that's right.
manufacturing high-grade ore from taconite
Wow,
sounds very
this
simple.
is so lame.
It
I wonder
consists
if I
of
can torture a
blasting and
cat with
crushing
this.
the rock apart.
The kid with Iron Man on his face, with iron on his face. We start doing the Iron Man, which I have to say was a funny joke, but I think it was the most in sync that we've ever been for a musical, like where we're all humming at the same time.
I was very impressed.
If only I could
Treating it
think
to
of an
separate the
excuse to
waste,
leave and go back
putting
to the
what is
fair.
left back together again.
Wyatt does it by himself at the end, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Wyatt has never heard that song, but he did it really well.
Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na.
And how funny it is to leave Wyatt alone for the end Like,
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Raise their family.
It's weird doing this
The
alone.
range and the
there was the short also had that great line, the train that had SOOOO and then line under it.
So, line? It had the Dig Dug music as it's animating.
So it's like Dig
Underground
Dug.
mining is a big job, complicated job. An underground mine reaches in many directions with a network of tunnels called...
Yes!
Which played into the movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which comes back in a big
I was
way.
like, oh, there's a link!
Can we go back to the Minnesota State Fair, please?
I think she just got mad at you.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but can we go back to the Minnesota State
Yeah.
Fair?
great market for the products
One
and
ticket for
services
the Iron
of many
Talk,
other
please.
industries in the state of Minnesota.
One of my other favorite things was like that analogy about the raisins in the pudding.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Those pockets of high-grade ore were like small raisins tucked away in a great pudding of iron-bearing rock.
That was a really strange
The
analogy.
high-grade ore...
I was like, yes, it is.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It was like raisins tucked away in the great pudding of the I don't even know what. I was like,
in the state benefits in
The
one
most
way or another.
profitable way to rape the earth.
The iron ore...
They're going through all of the people that are being supported by the millions of dollars being generated by this, and then
That supports a lot of other folks. Druggists, doctors, lawyers, grocers, butchers.
Duffy.
Small retail stores of every kind.
Duffy. But he says it so matter of fact. Duffy.
Druggists, doctors, lawyers, grocers, butchers.
Duffy.
Small...
Again, I never tell them what's coming at all. I just say, here, and the lights come up, right? And so this is coming, and I'll never forget this. So I put it on, and we'd just gotten food or something, and I put it on, and I realized I didn't have something like a napkin or a fork or something. So I run up, and I run into the kitchen to get whatever I'm getting, and the music is playing, and it's in black. It's still black. And Victoria says...
It sounds like it's going to be an old burlesque movie, but there's no way that's going to happen, right?
Okay, this sounds like it's a 50s burlesque stripper movie, but that's not what this is, right? And then I come in and sit down right when the credit comes up, and she turns like,
That is not what this is, right?
that's not what this is, right? and so word for word, like that's what she says.
That's exactly what it is.
Is it just going to be 2 hours of this?
Channel 62 wouldn't do that to us. Okay, so Channel 62 is finally starting some real programming. I love the line of, wow, they're terrible at teasing, and you're...
She's not a very good teaser.
That's where the Rama part comes in.
Well, that's where the Rama comes in.
Yeah.
Is that a cop outfit?
Either that or the new Dallas Cowboys uniform.
Oh, Lord, we have to fill this much time. Like, there's no dialogue. I spent 5 months on this script. Like, 5 months.
Hi, I'm Tempest Storm. You might remember me from the McDonald's commercials.
I think that's what I like about this one is because to me, like, yes, it's like really awkward to watch everyone like pretend to dance and pretend to be sexy, but what it allows us to maximize our ability to make jokes.
Chuck Norris, Chuck Norris, Chuck Norris, Chuck Norris, Chuck Norris, Chuck Norris.
It's like all you're hearing and all you're focusing is on is, yes, this awkward picture, but on top of that is us being ridiculous and making...
It's like this movie represents the way a man thinks a woman dances.
I agree. I was watching it, and I was thinking, I was like, I'm actually waiting for what the characters in the show are going to say. Maybe we should just get that couch for the place.
No!
There's a lot more room for like character dynamics because I think there's a lot more of the jokes where like people are interacting and like like doing bits.
I had to wear one of those when I worked at Six Flags.
I don't think that's the same thing, unless they're going to strap her to a bungee cannon.
Oh, please say yes.
There was definitely a lot where, like, Jeff, you got to say a bunch of things, and I was like, do not go any further.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Hammer time!
Oh man, do not do that again.
I know that you were expecting me to hate the movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was, okay, aside from the comics, who should be dragged out in the street and shot.
Yes.
Well, when you pass the post office, here, mail this letter.
Wait, that's the joke?
I want to set myself on fire.
The woman with the Muppet pillow with the bow tie, and she's doing all, like, we don't know what the hell that was, and we were joking about it, but we weren't saying, like, she's a horrible person or...
If you just look at her from the neck down, she looks like a bizarre sock puppet that is sticking its tongue out at you.
You know,
we said that
Not
Tempest
the
Storm
weirdest
looked like...
Muppet-based burlesque performance that I've ever seen. Just had to make a note on that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now it looks like that chair devoured a Muppet and left its skin behind.
Vicky Lynn, just to go on that, was brilliant.
Vicky Lynn looks like an alien whose face was caught in a taffy machine.
Like, all the guys freaking out, and the girls going, oh, that makes sense. Okay.
This is the worst moment of my life.
Now that I know that he's a guy, I'm okay with it. If it's a dude, he's not ugly.
I am curious. I am curious about the evolution of makeup, because a lot of the makeup that was in it, I would associate with a drag queen.
Okay, that's a man.
I don't know.
Look at her shoulders.
I still don't think that's a man.
You brought up the comedians. And...
Oh,
God!
Money. That's the last thing I think about before going to bed every night.
Well, I've got news for you. If you don't give me some money right now to buy some new clothes, I'm going to walk right past the pool room without a stitch of clothing on.
Was this funny then, or was it even bad then?
They're terrible. and I've dissected it more, and I'm like, okay, I can see where the kernel of the joke is supposed to live, and they're terrible.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had an automobile accident.
An automobile accident?
Yeah, I fell out of the patrol wagon.
Oh, stop those bum jokes, you cheapskate, you.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
So Jeff gave me the script, and he gave me these lines I was supposed to say that were supposed to be this joke. I'm like, I told him flat out, I'm like, I need to rewrite this.
Oh, hey, Joe, where have you been? I've been looking for you.
I'm like, he's like, no, you need to do these jokes. I'm like, these aren't jokes. These suck. This is terrible. He's like, no, you need to do that. Exactly what's there. I'm like, there is no way this is in something because this is so bad. It's.
I've been looking for you. I've been in Paris.
You've been in Paris?
Oh,
I've been in Paris.
Paris?
Like, it's not that it's a bad joke. It's just not a joke. It's not funny at all.
Land of romance.
How about
if
that?
a man has 3 girls, he's called an orchid.
In Paris?
That's right.
The land of romance. If a man walks down the street with a beautiful girl, he's called an orchid.
An orchid?
Right. And if he walks down the street with 2 girls, he's called a daisy.
A daisy?
Uh-huh.
And if he walks down the street with 2 girls, he's called a daisy.
Oh, a daisy. Well,
say, how do you rate?
shake hands with a stinkweed. Shake hands with a stinkweed.
Like, oh wow, that's literally what they're doing. It's like,
I love how they don't pause for a punchline.
Yes.
You don't really know. Yeah.
So I was going there, but hey, this. Oh man, and then I've got.
Fella, there's 8 girls to every fellow in this neighborhood.
Well, then I got news for you. See, there must be somebody running around here with 16, because I ain't even got one.
Well, around here, you gotta have it.
Well, I got that.
What's that?
That's it.
Well, you came to the right party.
Yeah.
The biggest payoff of those jokes was Victoria saying, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That was the biggest payoff of all of their jokes.
I don't believe that. No, I never believe
Here
anything
comes
like
young
that.
lady now. A young lady's coming along, and I'll show you that this works. How about that?
Here comes a girl now! Here comes a girl now!
Yeah, that's not happening.
The advantage Victoria had over everyone else was that she knew exactly what we were doing. Like, so, she'd seen this thing, and she knows.
I wouldn't call that an advantage, but yes.
I know.
Tempest Storm, waking up on the sofa, as usual.
I love us all trying to escape in different ways. Like, hey.
Yeah.
So you guys want any popcorn?
We have popcorn?
I was going to volunteer to go to the store and get some.
I'll come too.
Nice try, you two.
I loved the poetry bit,
Yeah.
Because Dan, you started off. And...
I'd like to take this opportunity to read some of my personal poetry.
No!
Yeah.
And by the end, Jeff was going to read some of Dan's personal poetry.
Oh, gloves. That makes sense.
Obviously, she is going to incinerate a cow.
What?
I also liked your attempt at distracting yourself by naming random movies that had the common theme.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, The Matrix, Point Break, Tune In Tomorrow.
So now you've moved on to just reciting movie titles starring Keanu Reeves?
Yes. Oh, I love how we all start taking dibs on what kind of jokes cannot be included in the movie.
Oh, I just thought of something. I call No Miley Cyrus twerking jokes for the remainder of this film.
Just this one film?
Swan! I'm a swan!
Be a swan. Be a swan.
Realizing, wow, she brought a completely different point of view to these movies. Like, had that character come back, she has a completely different point of view.
She's got good cornering.
Felt so sorry for every one of these people who are like, ooh, Betty Page is in it. Ooh, this is going to be good, guys. Bachelor party or whatever. And you're like, no, guys.
Betty Page dances and then...
I think this is going to end with a big dude sitting in a chair stroking a cat.
Instead, you're going to get a whole bunch of one-liners about how Tom got arrested.
Yes.
This is how I got arrested in a Burger King once.
Wow.
And a Chuck E. Cheese.
That's great.
And the Vatican.
Okay, enough now, please.
I will have to say, filming the live action for this episode was probably more fun for me than other episodes. Yeah. Because we just got to be ridiculous.
What did you say to Sarah?
I asked her if she wanted any water.
Oh, well, don't do it again.
So, Juliet, what did you think of the dance studio itself? Was it cool?
Class, we're going to hold hands in a circle and pass the energy.
That we lost our location for shooting the morning of the shoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Dude! And so we're filming on one side, right, of the room, of the set, and in about 20 minutes, we cleared everything out from the other side of the set and put it on the set and hung like leotards up. And the other side of the set was the dance studio.
This reminds me of boot camp.
Oh, because of the intense physical activity and the timed water breaks? No, because my friend Larry isn't here.
So
it was literally
it looked like a dance studio.
Yeah,
so
it was 8 feet away. We're like, oh, quick, move everything over here. Use this wall, okay? And we're gonna put like we had that just one corner to work with.
Yeah.
It's like put the table, put bottled waters up there, and like all this stuff.
I'm riding an invisible bicycle on the ceiling. Doesn't that just blow your mind?
Everything she's doing is a literal translation of things that I hate directors to do.
Breathe in and breathe out. Good.
I'm like, what do I hate directors to say to me? Oh, imagine yourself a balloon and
Now, imagine that you have balloons hanging from your fingertips and they can float all of your worries and insecurities away.
And these are all real examples. Like, your character is a blank canvas.
Now, imagine yourself as a blank canvas, and the colors of your life force are splashed onto that canvas.
I was surprised they could do that, and we say it all the time, but it was not sexy.
Is this sexy?
No.
Is this sexy?
No.
How about this?
No.
First of all, when the brother and sister, Irving and Paula Claw, who produced and there was no director, who produced this, they were, shortly after this was done, they were brought up on charges of pornography at the U.S. Congress. And they had a choice between going to prison or destroying everything that they did. And they just decided to destroy everything they did. And the Paula Claw snuck this movie out. So there's like this weird angle when you read it from a historical standpoint of spy and espionage-ish, where this was the one thing she chose. Okay, I need to sneak this out. This needs to survive, which makes me wonder what all the other things were.
I feel like we've been through this horrible experience and now are banded together like Vietnam.
Dance-O-Rama will be my trigger.
There's one line in here that was real as well that Victoria said on the day, and that was, she just sat back and went, all these women have something wrong with them.
Each of these girls has something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Things off.
Yeah.
Can't put my finger on it. And I think even Sarah said that. She's like, I wish I could put my finger on what's so disturbing about this.
I don't know why this is so upsetting. I wish I could put my finger on it.
There's something very disturbing about this.
Yeah, and there is, though, right?
You know what we're doing here?
I have no idea. Is this sexy?
Just go with it. Lunch later?
Sure.
You want to root for them, like, not the comedians, screw them. But,
no, yeah.
But you, each performer who goes out there, you want to root for them, right? And there's no.
Strangest holiday card photo ever.
Victoria, remember the couch?
the couch from the Goodwill.
The couch in the movie?
Yeah.
Look how ratty the sofa is.
On the couch or something.
You've got the hide-a-bed with the sheets inside of it.
Right, with the sheets inside of it.
Why would you put sheets in the fold-a-bed?
You never put sheets in a folding bed.
Trying to explain to everybody. she's not making a joke. She's like,
That's
oh, no.
No.
Time to fluff up these rock-hard pillows here.
I love when she throws down the thing. No capes!
No capes!
You say that a bunch.
I love the no capes reference. It's like one of my favorites.
No capes!
I think this was a really good moment in not only is a good joke in the movie, but it goes back to the us in the show thing, was the moment of silence for their career.
I suggest we all have a moment of silence for the maker of this film's career.
You can do at that moment is just see what's going on. You're like, I missed the dialogue.
If we watch this film long enough, someone will find us all here comatose, lying in a pool of our own vomit.
I feel like maybe that's why the jokes are so bad and the dances are so bad, is because no one actually had any prep time.
They almost kicked each other.
I wish they would.
And everyone's like, we're doing this and we're filming it right now. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not going to give you any information about what the music is or what the goal is. And everyone's like, okay.
And done. Oops, fell off my mark. Should we redo that? No? Moving forward.
And one of these jokes is a callback to Juliet's joke and what started all this discussion tonight.
This is so much better if you imagine it's Nancy Reagan.
Oh, wow. You are right.
And then, oh, yes, you're right.
Oh, God.
There's confirmation, too. Someone says, oh, my gosh, you're right.
Oh, all because of my one Nancy Reagan joke.
Yep.
What would Nancy Reagan do, Sue?
So the other thing was that when we were on the set and we had to record the dances for the credits, I remember I was kind of coaching people like, okay, you do this and you do this. And I walk up to you and you're just like, I've got it.